What's up, YouTube? Devi here, and I'm gonna do a second kind of partial review here of the Dr. Dabber Switch Suga Sean edition, this bad boy right here. And the only reason why I'm doing this kind of like second partial review of it is just to see if maybe because I had the percolator on it, or maybe there was something else I did wrong in the video that it just caused it not to get more or less out there as fast, or out there as, I guess, as wide as of an audience as it should have. The last few videos definitely weren't age restricted, so this one became age restricted, and I was like, well, crap. And the biggest thing is about that is that we're not looking to get like kids to watch the video as so much it's that if you are not logged into your account, or let's say like you're showing it to a friend and maybe they're on their account and they're not logged in, or whatever the case is, you can't actually watch that video without clicking on and logging into your account and click start watching. So this is my way of kind of mitigating that one and fixing a lot of that issue right there. So what I wanted to do is just kind of go lightly over all the stuff I went over in the other video and in this one. So about this guy, the reason why we picked up the Dr. Dabber Switch Suga Sean edition is mainly because the black bodied edition that we had originally, it kind of gave out after a while, and that was probably about a year into its lifespan. Now that's nothing to say about the unit itself or about the company. It is more so about how I was transporting the Dr. Dabber Switch. I will be honest, I was pretty much throwing it in my backpack, the Razer backpack that you guys have seen me use in countless other videos and stuff like that. I have literally just threw that in there. Sometimes I'd have the Xbox in there with it, or a laptop in there with it, power cords, mouse, like all kinds of other shit that was just all around it, right? Well, that may very well have been why it got jostled enough, because it still lights up, it still turns on, it just doesn't heat up. It claims that it is, but it's not, and I'm pretty sure all I've done was just jostle the heat sensor. So this time around, I have been a little bit more cautious, and I've actually been using the actual box that it comes in. Now the box is fairly big. It's a pretty good sized box. Now, don't get me wrong, it's definitely a little weird to carry around. It's a bit of an obstacle in the way all the time. But, however, if it means that I'm going to keep this guy in much of a better condition than I got the other one in, then perfect. I'm still going to send the black one in to get its body unit to actually be warranted in service, because it still comes with that 2-year warranty, which is another reason why I highly recommend one of these guys. We're getting a 2-year warranty with that. It absolutely speaks for itself in that regards. The other big thing about it is, I honestly, it was kind of funny. I asked the wife this, and we were both holding the black and the Suga Sean edition in our hands, and I'm like, I honestly feel like this one somehow was made a little bit lighter with some compartment in it. Just feels a little bit lighter, like maybe they refined it a little bit better somewhere, without having to be like, hey, we touched this up for this edition. It was just like, hey, we'll just let them see it for itself. And honestly, I feel like it actually hits a little bit better than the black one did when it first came out. So I'm hoping that when we get it warranted and come back to us, that it'll hit just the same, so that we'll have a nice his and hers. The other thing I really wanted to touch base on is, because I know a lot of people are like, dude, why would you buy it? Like I said, other one went out. But the other thing is, too, is we missed out on that glow-in-the-dark green and blue edition. I was really looking forward to trying to get the green one. It was something I was really looking forward to. However, it just was one of those things where it just kind of slipped out of the mind. I kind of forgot about it, and then as I went to go look back for it, I was like, oh wait, do they still even have it on the website? And it was like, yeah, no, we don't have that, but we have this guy here. And I gotta say, the color palette on this guy is awesome. I do love the light blue, kind of like tealish blue, to the pink that it's got up here, and the hot pink neon actual metal up here for the actual. I do believe this is the actual piece of the device where they actually have it sealed in and like more or less grommeted in for the whole thing to be held together and stuff. So it definitely looks really nice. It hits really well. I get a lot of people always ask me, is it worth the price tag? Is it worth paying that money for it? For this unit, it's $425. For the base unit, it's about $375. There's some bundles you can look at. I have a link tree down below where you can actually click on the link to go right to the website, and you can go pick up either that, the new XS if it's in stock. It was pretty much out of stock for pre-order as soon as they were dropping that bad boy. I don't know if they've restocked it back up yet. There's also the Boost Evo I highly recommend. There's their Stella, their Stealth, and their Ghost pens that they're also really amazing pens as well. I think they also just released another new pen as well, so if you want to check that guy out as well, there's going to be the link down below in the description. And again, that's going to go also to the Twitch page, to the Instagram and Twitter as well, and Discord. So if you guys want to join in, help join into the fun on the actual Discord page or in the streams on the Twitch, which we'll be doing a stream today later on, actually on Twitch versus like the one we did yesterday here on YouTube. So I'm kind of mixing it up here and there. By the way, though, every time I do a stream, though, this guy is going to be there. So if you ever have any questions you want to ask live, I highly recommend jumping into either the YouTube streams or into the Twitch streams and ask me there. It's pretty much all going to be, either twitch.tv/Debbie2100 or youtube.com, Debbie2100 if you're here right now. So the other thing I wanted to touch base on as well with it is pretty much the actual like hit wise, because I know a lot of people will have seen me hitting this recently with the premium sapphire cup. So the time frame that you'll hear me talk about a lot of times, like how fast it heats up, is not going to be conducive with what you'll see in my streams, because with the premium cups you're going to get a little bit of higher variation to that timing. So for instance, with the sapphire cup, it goes to about maybe I think 10-15 seconds to heat up, whereas the ceramic base cup itself, either the black or white one, those are going to go in about 5 to 7 seconds. Bam, you're heated up to the ideal temperature where you have it set and it's locked in. Also, the hold times, I always recommend going to the advanced settings, change up the hold time, and make it ideally for how long you can take that hit for. That is perfectly what you should be doing it for, because honestly, when you have that hold time set just right for you, you get that perfect hit every single time. And then not only that too, if maybe you can't take as long of a hit as that time, you can always hit that button and kill it and take your carb cap and hit it a couple times like that, and you're good to go. And I will say with the sapphire cup, you definitely can get a few more extra hits out of every dab you load. So if you're looking to be like, hey, is it worth getting a sapphire cup with one of these things, I definitely recommend either the SICK cup, the AIN, or the sapphire cup. They're all premium ones, varying in price, depends on which one you're going to want to go for. And again, at the end of the day, I don't want this to just be like, oh yeah, I love this company, I'm just going to shell out for this company. No, this is me explaining the fact that we've owned one for almost a year, probably a year and a month, I'd say, with the Dr. Dabber Black Edition. That's the base unit. With the Suga Sean, we've now had this for, I'd say, going on about a month now. And after one whole month of using it, it absolutely is a reminder of why I hate using old school bangers and just heating it up with a torch, waiting there between a minute and 30, and then you finally get your dab. And that to me is always, it's just such a struggle. It's like, oh hey, like, oh, I gotta go do something real quick. Ah shit, I gotta take a piss. Well, I better hurry up and take that piss before my dab is all screwed up and I gotta reheat the banger up or whatever the case is. And it's like, dude, can I just be like, oh shit, I gotta take a piss. Well, let me take this hit real quick, hit the button, put it down, run, take my piss, wash my hands, come back, then finish my dab. Because guess what? It's not going anywhere. So that is the nice thing about that. I absolutely love that. Another thing I will say too is the induction heating is definitely, by none, it is the best feature of this unit. The fact that you have this little cup that sits in there, and you can load some pretty hefty dabs if you want. Now again, I don't always recommend doing the gram slams and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, when you do that, you're gonna end up getting some of that residual build up under the cup and stuff like that. It's gonna heat up in the glass. It's gonna mess up the look of it. Okay, I'm a little partial that if you're spending that much money on something like this, you might want to take care of it. I'm just saying. So in that idea, maybe don't run a whole gram in it and then expect it to come out beautifully clean. You're gonna get some spillover from that dab, but unlike any other dab rig out there, e-rig in that sense, you're not gonna get a short atomizer because the fucking oil went underneath the cup and then went somehow in the electrical part and it's all gone. These things are 100% encased in glass. I have the sapphire cup in there right now, but if we were to take our handy dandy tweezers, here they are. Get our tweezers real quick. Take out our cup, put that on the silicone mat right there. That is all encased in glass, okay? So, no matter what happens, if you ended up getting a little bit of water in there, you get a little bit of dabs in the bottom, flour in the bottom, because it can do both, you're not going to end up screwing up the device itself. It's encased in glass for that reason. So, if you're looking for something that's going to replace maybe your Carta or maybe even your Puffco, I highly do recommend the Dr. Dabber switch. And again, I'm not being paid to say any of this, to do any of this for a video like this. They don't pay me to do a sponsor video or anything like that, or a review video, I mean. I am legitimately just reviewing this out of the kindness of my heart because I absolutely love this company, absolutely love these devices, and I wouldn't rave about them if I didn't use it absolutely every single day. It's to the point I never even use any of the other rigs that I've bought in the last, I'd say, few months that we had the black one ended up being broken for, and I was kind of just, being like, all right, well, let's see how old school dabs are like. Let's use some of the rigs that I have bought in over the years, and let's give them some love again. And then I was like, you know what, I fucking hate doing this. You know, at best, you know what I'll buy is, and Dr. Dabber has this, they have a whip set that you can put the slide on, you put it on the little whip, put your cup in, and then you hook it into your fucking bong of a choice of whatever one you want, and you can take your hit that way. I find that to be absolutely phenomenal, and I think that's a great way to still be able to use the glass pieces that you've probably accumulated over the years without feeling like, man, I'm just gonna have to toss everything away. Like I kind of was about to do. I was actually in that mindset of like, screw it, why do I need all this other glass? I'm never gonna use it. And then I was like, oh yeah, they do sell the whip set. That would be cool. Have the Dr. Dabber basting off the side, your carbon over here while you're taking a rip off your actual favorite piece. There you go. You know, and I will say this: we did break one piece. I did break the one of the Mr. Peanut glass pieces, and even though it fell, and here's what happened: the Dr. Dabber unit fell with the glass piece attached. It did not break the Dr. Dabber. It definitely broke the Mr. Peanut. Sadly enough, it definitely did not survive that fall. Sad. However, the fact that the Dr. Dabber unit is still working, hallelujah, because my heart stopped when it fell. I was like, oh no, oh Nelly. So I was glad that did not happen. Nothing bad happened to the Dr. Dabber. We're still using it. And again, if you guys, like I said, if you want to ask any actual questions more about it, I don't want to really go more into things I've either covered in the 1 month review one already, or the one I already did about the sugar review when it came out and when we got it like that day. I don't want to go over too much of that crap just because you guys can go to those videos. They're already on the page. One is not age restricted, the other one is the Suga Sean one, the original one. So if you haven't seen that guy, definitely go check it out. It's in the the playlists down there, or in the videos I should say. I need to put those in a playlist so that way it'll be much easier for you guys all to find. But this one is hopefully not going to get age restricted. We'll pray to God. We'll pray. So hear me out, YouTube. It's not like this is me doing something illicit on the stream. I'm not even vaping on this video, for fuck's sake. So please, for the love of God, just let this actually work. But I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing to the videos and everything lately. If you guys like the video, drop me a like down below, drop me a like and a comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.